Money doesn't just buy things. It can buy options. And options can create something far more powerful. Leverage. Think about it. Two people walk into the same room. One desperately needs the deal. The other can walk away. Who has more power? Usually, the person who can afford to say no. And that's the uncomfortable truth about money that most people don't talk about. Money gives you the power to walk away. When you don't have money, you often have fewer choices. You may stay in a job you hate because you need the paycheck. You may tolerate disrespect because you can't afford to lose the income. You may accept a bad deal because you don't have another option. But when you build financial security, your decisions change. You can say, no. No to the toxic job. No to the bad business deal. No to the person taking advantage of you. Money doesn't make you fearless. It gives you the ability to survive the consequences of saying no. And that changes how people negotiate with you. Money changes your negotiating position. Imagine two people negotiating. Person A desperately needs the deal. Person B doesn't. Person A is thinking, I need this to work. Person B is thinking, if it doesn't work, I'll find another opportunity. That difference is enormous. Because desperation creates pressure. And pressure makes people easier to influence. Financial independence reduces that pressure. You don't have to accept every offer. You don't have to chase every opportunity. You can wait. You can negotiate. You can walk away. And sometimes, the person willing to walk away has the strongest position at the table. Money can buy access. Here's another uncomfortable truth. Money can open doors. Better education. Better networks. Professional advisors. Business opportunities. Travel. Private communities. More time to develop valuable skills. And access creates connections. Connections create opportunities. Opportunities can create more wealth. That's one reason wealth can compound. Not just financially, but socially. The more valuable your network becomes, the more opportunities you may encounter. But here's the important part. Money can open the door. It cannot guarantee that you belong in the room. Your skills, character, reputation, and value still matter. Money buys time. This may be the greatest form of power money can provide. Time. If you're constantly worried about paying your next bill, your attention is consumed by survival. But when your basic financial needs are covered, you can redirect that attention. You can learn, build, create, invest, think, and develop skills that can increase your future value. The goal isn't to use money to control people. The real goal is to use money to gain control over your own time and choices. Money can change how people perceive you. Let's be honest. People don't always judge others purely by character. Status signals influence perception. A successful career. A respected business. Professional appearance. Confidence. Financial stability. These signals can affect how seriously someone is taken. But there's a dangerous trap here. If your entire identity depends on looking wealthy, you aren't powerful. You're performing power. Real financial power is quieter. You don't need to prove you have money. You need enough financial independence that you don't have to pretend. The dark truth. And here's where it gets interesting. Money doesn't necessarily give you power over people. It gives you power over your dependence on people. That's the difference. When you don't desperately need someone's approval, their opinion has less control over you. When you don't desperately need their money, their conditions have less control over you. When you don't desperately need their opportunity, their rejection has less control over you. That's real leverage. Not controlling people. Controlling how much control they have over you. How can you get more power? So if you want more power, don't focus on becoming intimidating. Build skills. Increase your value. Control your spending. Create multiple sources of income. Build savings. Invest intelligently. And protect your time. Because the most powerful person in the room isn't always the person with the most money. Sometimes, it's the person who can calmly say, I don't need this, and walk away. That's when money stops being just a number in your bank account, and starts becoming something much more valuable. Freedom. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more content on money psychology, wealth mindset, dark psychology, and human behavior. Because understanding how money changes human behavior could be the first step toward changing your own future.